Alright. Now are you ready? Yeah? Are you gonna be good now? I hope so. I hope so. A little tormenting kitty. Oh. Hi guys, welcome on. It's gonna be a wee bit of a hectic stream because I have a new kitty and she's extremely noisy and wants lots and lots of love and attention, even when she's like right here. Actually, where did you go? Yuki, hey. Yes, come here. Come here. Ugh. This thing. This little noisy thing. So yeah, her name is Yuki, and Yuki means snow in Japanese. She is a ragdoll and is 10 weeks old. And I just got her. So yeah. And she comes from a house with lots of other little kitties. And she's very much homesick, I guess. She misses the other kitties, and Fluff does not like her yet. So she's very, wants attention all the time. But she's really cute, really sweet. She's just a giant purr box, and she has a very, big personality, to say the least, and likes to get in trouble. She likes to get in trouble. So yeah. But if you are new here, welcome. My name is Tiffany. I am the owner of Tiffany Gordon Cosplay LLC, which is a costume and prop fabricating business as well as educational business. And welcome, welcome. I do live crafting streams mostly every week from 1 to 4 once a week, and it is working on whatever I do. If you are on Instagram or TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and that is where I am reading chat. So if you'd like me to read whatever you say, go there. So yes. We may have to stop the stream for like 5 minutes, because I have to replace my Glowforge. If you didn't know, everybody on YouTube also helped contribute to it, but I invested in a Glowforge, which was a laser cutter, and it had a problem with the actual lid becoming unglued to the hinge, and they had to completely replace it. So I've been in the process of doing that right now, and the UPS truck are supposed to come sometime between 8 and 8 today. So we shall see, we shall see. Right, Yuki? Right. Other news, so I was a guest at not a guest at Monsterpalooza. Oh good, she's laying down. Okay. I was brought to Monsterpalooza thanks to my sponsor, Createx Colors, which is an airbrush paint company. They brought me out there because I use nothing but their airbrush paint. I love it. It's my absolute favorite. And so they brought me out to help represent next to their booth. It was a lot of fun. It was very different from other conventions that I've been to, because it wasn't an anime or a gaming convention, which is what I've always done. This one was specifically for like movie industry, doing FX specials with prosthetics and stuff, which is something I'm not too familiar. I'm starting to get into it. But it was such a great experience, and I had a lot of fun, made a lot of new company people, and talked to a lot of people in industry work, and that was really what I wanted to go and do there, and get more into that side of the field. So yay. I did come back with a few new sponsors. So first off, we have a new sponsor of Plastidip, who sent me some paint. This was before the convention. And they are what I use for priming all of my EVA foam before painting them. It is a rubber spray paint. Highly recommend if you're gonna airbrush paint or do anything with EVA foam, do that. Also, I don't know why my Instagram is like a sepia color, so sorry. Also, going there, I have a Spray Gunner, which is an airbrush distributor of paints, of different types of guns, of other products that you can use with it. And then we have Iwata, who also has provided a lot of airbrush paint for me, specifically lines that were designed just for Iwata. And then, oh, am I forgetting one, or is that it? I think I'm forgetting one. Crap. No, No, that was 3. I think that was it. I might think of it later. I'm like dead brained right now. But yeah, this thing has been very noisy and attention seeking. So yeah, but it was a great con. I ended up getting a few things, so I'll show y'all beforehand. Critex gave me a few of their shirts, so yay. Oh, and I have been invited back for next year, so I will see y'all again at Monsterpalooza for 2024, I believe. So yeah, that's exciting. So shirts I got from Spray Gunner. This is actually one of their cordless airbrush guns and compressors. So this is the compressor, the airbrush gun. It has an on setting. Let's see if it's still charged. So it sprays just like your normal gun. You can actually change the gun and put any gun that you want on it. So if I want to use my Iwata one, I can put it on. And it's really good because I can bring it to conventions and do body painting rather than painting with a paintbrush. So that's nice. And it came with, let me see. It came with also a little hose so I can make it longer, but you can put any of your hoses onto it. Some cleaning stuff in another bucket, and I'm really excited to try this out. I have not been able to paint at all since I've gotten home from the convention, so it'll be probably like a week or 2 before I can use it, but I'm excited for this. Also, hello to everybody. I did not say hi, so I'm sorry. Too excited, too much kitty interaction today. Oh, and this thing was great because when I was in my Lilith costume, if you have no paint in it, it just blows air. And I was dying in Lilith from all the leather, and it was wonderful. So yeah. Other things I had, Spray Gunner also gave me this. Not exactly sure what it is, like some kind of lock thing. So yeah. And then I had a few people come to my booth and give me just some stuff. Somebody gave me a sticker. Critex gave me a bunch more stickers as well as a magnet with their logo guy. So yeah. I had one person bring me some of their horns that they make. They're like gem horns. And then another person gave me these resin printed critters. Oh, and then also Spray Gunner gave me some of their stencils, which are really cool because they're like stickers. You just put them down and then you can stencil it on. So yeah, but otherwise, it was a successful convention. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. I'll put this over here. Hopefully she will not get up. Yeah, stay there. Other things, I updated my business card. Happy about that. Except I'm almost ran out of it already. So for my next convention, I'll probably only have my old ones. But update it just slightly. Put a QR code on it on the back. So yeah. Cute. Other things, let's see. Update on the Lilith costume. So it is actually not finished. I know a lot of people think I finished the costume, they're all excited. It's not finished, no. My goal for Monsterpalooza was to make Lilith wearable, and it actually was really comfortable to wear, and it wasn't too bad as long as there was like a slight breeze. So it was good. I could move in it. Things that I still have to do for Lilith is finish the wings, and you can see in the background part of the pile of wings over there. There's a bit of wing components that I still have to finish and everything. So that will be coming along, as well as I have to make the tail, and then I do want to make the Diablo head. So that will be coming soon. I am going to take a slight break from it though, just because I want something easy and something to relax on. So we are now actually starting a new costume, which is Megumin from Konosuba, the original, not the new Megumin show, with her in school. So yeah, not that one. We're doing the original outfit. I've actually started working on it already in between messing with the kitty, And I've got most of the dress already made. The only thing I have to do left is add some clear straps and add the, there's like a little cross stitch in the center, and then it's done. Hey, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. And then I started doing the cape, but that's pretty much where I've gotten. It should be roughly about a week to 2 weeks to make it, depending on how much this thing distracts me, which has been a lot already, like quite a bit. She is very much a distraction that takes most of my attention. Yes, you're cute. So yeah, but look, yeah, that'll be probably, I might start it again, like rework on it sometime this month, but for sure I'll go back to it next month. So stop that. Stop that. Yeah. You're just all bitey. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Should we go get you your food? I'm gonna go put her to her food real quick. Back in a sec. Come in. Let's go eat some food. Thing. She's like, nope, nope. I know, she's gonna definitely cause me to take more breaks and look for her quite a bit. Where did you go now? Hey, let's stay out of there. Let's stay out of there. What are you doing? You can't be in there. Come on. Come on. Hey. Yuki, come on. Let's go. Or drink water, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. But we're gonna be working on Megumin's hat today. And I've already done the pattern for it, so we're gonna see. Hopefully it all works out. Normally they do. But yeah, if you are new here, I'd love to have you as part of our cosplay building community. So subscribe to the channel, it is free, as well as don't forget to like the video while it is live. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps with the cat from meowing. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. And if you're on Instagram or TikTok, I'm live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat. So. Yee. And welcome to the community. Okay, I guess I can show you all real quick the dress since I'm up. Ah. All of my extra ribbons. Go there. Yes, hi. Hi, I'm gonna try not to run you over because you like being under the chair. So here is the dress so far. It's a weird design because it technically only sits on the shoulders, so that's why I have the clear straps coming that I'm going to sew in. And then I have it where it is just an invisible zipper in the back. So it opens pretty far down, just so I can easily get in and out on my own. But it wasn't too bad. I will have, once I finish this costume, a pattern for this one, for the dress, as well as, if the hat works out, a pattern for the hat, and a blueprint for the staff. I'm not sure if I'll have one for the cape or not, so we will see. Yes, are you happy now? Are you happy now? Yeah? Oh, okay. Hi, Yuki. Hi, Yuki. Yes. Let me see if she can hear the rumbles. I don't know if you're loud enough. Your screams are definitely loud enough, though. They are. They are. I hope you take a nap soon. Stay there. Okay. Okay, so let's get all the hat stuff. I think this is all the parts. Switch over to this one. And cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah. The kitty stream of how to get in trouble. Maybe you'll just have the chair and I stand the whole time. Does that seem okay? No? Okay, maybe not. Here, play with your toys. Right here. The problem is if I like lock her in her temporary house cage, she just screams the entire time. So, but how I have designed the hat is kind of how I did the Blair one, where it's each individual pieces. So here's going to be like the where all the seams align in each individual piece when we glue them together. So I have that in all of the parts. One of the challenging things for this one that I'm going to be doing that I've learned from my Blair hat is the Blair hat was so large and it didn't fit in a suitcase. You couldn't push it flat just because it was a huge hat. So this one, I'm going to try to do it slightly different, where it's going to be in 2 pieces. Yuki, come here. Come here. Come here. We will see how this goes. Where it's going to be in 2 pieces. So basically, I'm going to have the brim of the hat as 1 piece. And I'm pretty sure we're going to do that part out of 4mm. And then for the rest of the hat, it's going to be made out of 2mm EVA foam. And I'm planning on it being able to kind of push it down so it can get wrinkly and it would be fine. So we will test that concept today and see. Right. Right. Yes. Cute thing. Cute thing. So yeah. Big enough for a meal. Hopefully not as much, so. The base will be made out of foam, and I want to see, once I have all of the pieces made, I would like to ideally wrap each piece in fabric, so it has like a fabric covering, so it matches the rest of the outfit. But we'll just have to see. And the plan is to have the top hat where it velcros to the brim. So, you go here. Yes, you're there. Stay there. Yes, you're gonna be in so much of a pill. Okay, so let me get out our first piece, which is that one, and then I'm gonna put these in a separate file. You were not supposed to be up there. Stay here. Stay there, little one. We'll put you over there. Okay, how about there? Is that far enough away? And lay down? You lay down there? Okay. She was fine yesterday when I worked. I know. Explosion! Oh, I love the show. It is really, really great. I've watched all of the normal show, and then I think I'm like 1 or 2 episodes behind on the new school one. Yes. That's what I want. I want her to just lay there. Be a happy little critter. So yeah. Okay, let me get my foam out. Hopefully we have enough with this one. I will see. I might have to get another piece up. I think we're gonna have to get another piece. He's a little larger than I thought. You could technically cut it in half and it would be fine, but I'd rather this be in 1 piece just because with foam, the structure of a piece is better to have less seams than more. Yes, calm down. I know, Konosuba is really great. How are you doing, honey fro? No, I don't want Yuki to be on the table whatsoever. I don't know if I'm gonna have her in the crafting room normally when I work because she just gets herself in trouble. But yeah, she does not like sit still. She's a kitten. This is more of a training day to see how she does because she has to get used to this and she's got to get used to Fluff. They have to get together and be friends, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do I have 4? I do. And it's non-high density, which is good. Yuki, where are you going? Yuki? I know you want to explore. Okay, we're gonna close you up in here. We're gonna close you up in here so you can leave Fluff alone. She's so proud of herself. Her little stomp around, so happy. The first time she escaped from her little house, she was just the proudest little thing. And I was hoping, I knew she would escape from it. I've raised tons of kittens. Also, I don't need advice on kittens, by the way. Please don't give advice. Sorry. Yuki, stay here. Stay here. This is such a distraction stream. I'm sorry, guys. It's okay. Let me make sure he gets it into the FX or the FedEx truck. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yuki. It's funny. It's the FedEx guy is here and he's picking up my 80-pound Glowforge box. And it was funny because before, when we received it, it's been the same girl every time with a dolly. It's okay, Yuki. But this time he's just like macho manning it and trying to figure out how to put it in the truck in his side door. So that should hopefully be one of the last distractions. Hopefully. But yeah, sorry for her loud screaming. So, yeah. Should we change the cat's play? Yeah. Celebrating your birthday and your twins today. They are 25. Oh, happy birthday to everybody. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, she I've done probably about maybe 15 kittens before, like I've raised, and normally it's like the full litter. She's the first individual, and I know she's having separation anxiety from not having the rest of the family, and she's not supposed to be milking anymore, but she's looking for milk. She does the whole kneading and trying to bite kind of thing. So, but she does not whatsoever like to be alone, as you could hear the screaming. It gets really bad. and she has like a few different types of meows. One is a devil child, really deep, angry little monster. And then when she hears you, it turns to the sweetest little innocent little meow, like, meow, okay. Yeah, so she's a bit of a handful so far. Yeah, I'm glad you're chilling though. Okay, so now we got a new roll. This is, I use all of my foam from TNT Cosplay Supply. But they've, because of COVID, had to cut back on a lot of stuff, so they no longer have my favorite large foam, which are gray sheets. They only have the smaller black sheets, but they still work just as fine. So, yes, you're so cute on the ground, you little monster. You're a little monster. So yeah. It's okay, Yuki. It's okay. Alright. And I'm really bad at reading chat today because of her and just everything. So sorry if I miss a few of your questions. Just say it again if I missed it. We'll leave her alone. Let's see. Kind of show? The Instagram one is on my tablet today. Normally I have it on my second phone, but I need to film with my phone this time. So we'll see how well it works on this one. Better view on actual YouTube. So go there. Yeah. Yeah, she's got some lungs. The Glowforge, so I got it, I used it once, and then when I went to use it a second time on a different day, I opened the lid and I noticed it wasn't opening correctly, and then it wouldn't close at all. And actually the right hinge, it became unglued from it. And this is a like $4,200 machine. And it's just like, this was, I think, a day before I left for Monsterpalooza. And it was just like bad thing after one bad thing. It was not fun. Definitely Monsterpalooza was a keeping me busy distraction kind of thing that I really needed at that time. But she's laying on my foot right now. But yeah, they were hard to get in contact with. Their page for specifically doing, because it has a warranty on it, for doing warranty claims and things like that. It didn't work. Their link, it had you, when you filled out the info and pressed submit, it was trying to make you log into some other website. And it's like, okay, what do I do? Here. There. Have that, and have that. There you go. So I waited till I came back from Monsterpalooza and tried calling them. Well, they don't do technical support online whatsoever, or like over the phone. So I just sent them a general message, and they're like, oh, that's okay, we'll just send you a brand new one. And when you get the brand new one, you just have to send the old one back with all the same packaging and things like that. It's okay. So they were really great once I got that. They talked constantly with me with technical support, and I got the Glowforge within 2 days. They were really fast on shipping the replacement, which I'm really happy about, because I'm gonna be a guest at SoonerCon, which is in Oklahoma, and I'm gonna be doing a horn building workshop. And the plan is to have all of the pieces cut out with the Glowforge. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can do !SoonerCon, and it'll give you a link to tickets to the convention. And then the workshop, if you do exclamation point workshop, it'll give you links to that. You do, for any workshop at conventions, you have to have a ticket for the convention and a ticket for the workshop. So they're two separate tickets. And for my workshop, it's gonna be, you don't have to know anything about foam. You don't have to bring anything, you just show up and you get one of my foam kits. So you'll have all the pieces of foam ready to assemble. You'll already have the headbands and, oh, you like this, huh? You like this. So yeah, all you have to do is show up and I provide everything for you and you can learn how to assemble horns. Whether it's your first time or you've been doing a bunch. Yeah. You happy? I can't work with you like this though. Hi, Gaming Father. Yeah, the kitty is a bit of a pill. So, is Daniel on? Did I miss him? Reading through some stuff, yeah. Yeah, I've seen all of Konosuba. I've watched the entire show twice, including the movie, and then I am with the new Megumin school one. I think I'm like 2 episodes behind. So, alright, we are going to trace. And I'm gonna be doing a tutorial for this as well. So I'll have it on YouTube eventually. So there'll be a lot of extra cameras. I have currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras, 6 cameras, sorry. It's a lot. And a noisy thing. Lots of distractions today. So many. But yeah, I'm excited. This is I've done some workshops before at other conventions as well as in college. I did some for fibers. And this is my first one for EVA foam, like where I'm providing kits. So I'm excited about that, and I hope y'all will like it and want it at other conventions as well. Okay, we are going to trace our piece, and I'm using this pin. It is from Tandy Leather. It's specifically for writing on leather. But I love using it for foam because it is vibrant and it shows up much better than Sharpies, and it also will rub off. So if you don't want that pin mark on it, you can rub it off eventually, and it's really nice. Unlike blue pins or red pins, which will a lot of times stay on or leave an indentation into your foam, as well as they can sometimes mess with your paint. So if you're doing plasti dip and you use a red Sharpie or pin, that will sometimes come through to your paint through the plasti dip, and then when you do airbrush painting or hand painting, that color will still shine through. So I find this is the best option, but they are a bit pricey. I think each pin is like $2, which, I mean, if you use a bunch of them, it adds up. So I just order a bunch at a time. So yeah. Okay, that is that for tracing. And of course we want to label each of our pieces. So this one should be the only piece that we're doing in 4mm with my, what I want to try with this hat. Obviously, you can make the whole hat out of 4mm if you want, but I'm trying to do it a different way than normal. Reading things. Yeah, it has been a bit of time. Hi, Cars. It's been a bit of time since my last stream. Probably about a month, I think. I've just been busy getting ready for the convention. We had some life stuff happen. You can do exclamation point Ches to find out a little bit more and things like that. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff, a lot of changes, a lot of business stuff happening. Okay, so that is this piece. We have to use the heat gun now. And she's, I've never heard a heat gun before. So we'll see. We'll see. Typically for me, before I cut out foam, I use a heat gun because you get much straighter seam cuts and you don't get gummy bear rough edges. So, yeah. I don't want to like wake her up more though. So I don't know. Actually, let's trace the rest of the pieces out. We'll do that first. We'll trace the 2mm and then we'll see. Okay. Okay. All right. For this one, I'm gonna use my normal pin though. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the SoonerCon is in Oklahoma, and it takes place on June 30th through July 2nd. And I'm a guest there. I'm going to be doing a intro to leather for cosplay panel, a pattern making for a breastplate pattern making demonstration, a live demonstration. And then I'll be doing the EVA foam horn building workshop. I'm doing a panel with a bunch of other YouTubers on how to get past your first 100 subscribers or something like that. I don't know, they threw me in it, so we'll see how that one goes. And then I will be a judge for the cosplay contest, which there is exactly 1 week, I think, to sign up for that contest. If you're interested, you do have to sign up in advance. And then, is there anything else? Of course, I'll have my booth, so you can do meet and greets and stuff and come and see everything else. I'll bring all of my prints, my banners. I should have extra foam kits for the horns, hopefully. So yeah. It should be a lot of fun though. I'm excited. They've been, like, the con in general has been really great to me so far. Which is nice. Cons are sometimes hit or miss if they actually take care of their guests. And this one seems like they're really attentive and cosplay. So if you have comments, want to ask questions on what I am working on, then go to YouTube. Yeah, I've been using a heat gun before I cut things out for a long time now. It is something at least for like a year and a half. And for me, it's, oh, we're having issues. Oh, wait a second. Okay, music's come back. I think we're good? Maybe? Good? Yes? No? Yee. Welcome to the community. I think we're good. Okay, great. But yeah, I've been doing the heat treat beforehand for a long time now because I noticed when you cut your pieces out and heated it after, your seams, so obviously they're gonna shrink, but your line, if you're cutting it straight or slightly sideways, it makes it gummy berry. And when I say that, I mean you no longer have a nice straight cut. All of the corners and the edges round slightly. So when you're trying to put two edges, well, it lasted longer than I thought. When you're trying to put two edges together, you want them to be as flat and flush as possible. But if they're slightly rounded, it's less surface area for your two halves to perfectly come together. So by doing it this way, You don't have to worry about heat treating it later, especially if you've glued all of your pieces. You don't have to do a final heat treat because a heat gun actually will reactivate all of your contact cement glue. So if you were to use a heat gun after you're done gluing things, all of your pretty seams, even if you sanded them, are more likely to separate and move on you. So by doing it as the first step, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah, go back to sleep. Okay, we're gonna trace these pieces now. So these are all of the main part of the hat that we're gonna be tracing onto 2mm EVA foam now. And I do have extra lines on this. You don't have to use them, but you can use them as guidelines if you want to help align. And I have it where all of the seams will align in the back of the hat. So it will be the least visible if you just want to paint the foam or if you want to cover it with fabric. And I would like to cover mine in fabric, but we will see. Sometimes my ideas in my head work, and sometimes they don't. It's about 85% of the time they work. Boop. There. You off. You off. Heat treating before cutting has to be the most life-changing tip you've had recently. Never even imagined it would be practical. Oh, so you've tried it? I think we talked about it last time I was on or something. I say it a lot of times. It's one of those where it's not an advanced tip, but it's something that I know a lot of people don't know about. There's a whole school trip. Cute little squeaks. Cute little squeaks. Alright, there's all our pieces. And then next we'll want to label each. So this is part B. And I actually shouldn't be doing it with this pen because it'll leave an indentation. It's fine for the outer lines, but not for the main. Yeah. B, this one's gonna connect to itself. The B and B. This one's gonna connect to C, and this one's gonna connect to A. Cool. Maybe you missed it since you're always like, oh, it's all good. You've been on most of the streams, so you're good. Okay, so we have that one. We're gonna trace the rest of them. She's just gonna be cute in the background. I want to touch her, but I don't want to wake her up more. For sure you'll give it a try on a pink. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, will this one fit? Cool, cool. Put you there. She's like sleep meowing. So cute, so cute. All right. I'm like trying not to scream and like be all super loud. I don't want to wake her up more. Okay. Let's sip the Dr. Pepper real quick. I know, why is she so cute? She is definitely a little demon in disguise, though. That's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna trace the next one. I won't need it on this one. She's gonna be very grumpy when she gets kicked out of the room when I do a contact cement glue, though. Because you never want a critter in the room when using your glue, and you need to have your windows open and wear a respirator. So she'll end up here. We'll mark this one. So this is C. C is going to mark 2C. This one is D and B. I'm going to go ahead and put these marks a little inward. Yeah, how's everybody been? It has been a good month since I've streamed. Everybody doing okay, hopefully? I saw the Real You, I think, won a cosplay contest, I believe. Just little marks, so I kind of have a slight little guide. There we go. Question is, there are two versions of the character model is just updated. Do you use ideas from both to make a costume, or do one or the other? I think for me that would be personal preference. There's no right or wrong. If you're entering a contest and you give like the other, like you'd have to explain you're doing a mashup of both and show references. But for me, it just depends. Like my Lilith costume is technically a mashup of the larger than life statue as well as the small statues. Because there wasn't really too much gameplay, and well, I was trying not to watch gameplay as much as possible because I didn't want to get spoiled for when I started playing the game. But I think it's just a personal preference. I'd say if they're really drastically different designs, then you may want to just stay with the original. But if the other one is cool too, just kind of add parts of it, like say like maybe the helmet you want to change or change the paint job or something, but that's a personal preference. Okay, so we're gonna, I'll do the small one here. That should be fine. It'd be nice for me to sit, but I don't want her climbing on the table. Ugh. Just you, but yeah, it's freezing a bit. Yeah, I've noticed a bit on my end. Will this one be ready for SoonerCon? Yes, I plan on having this one for SoonerCon. The plan will be Megumin, Sun, but I don't think I'm gonna bring all of my blood for it. And then, let's see. I don't know what my third one will be yet. This con, because I'm by myself, they all have to be costumes that I can get in and out of on my own. And I don't have too many costumes like that. A lot of them are big armor and I kind of need more help. I could potentially bring my bear off from Monster Hunter. I can't even think of other ones right now. But potentially, if I wanted to finish Nilo from Genshin, I could do that as well. But it'll just depend on how much I want to work. I'm trying not to be a workaholic, even though I am a workaholic, just because I have to do so many horn kits, and I'm going to be setting up a lot of those. And then I have a lot of meetings right now. Potentially, looking at doing other workshops at other places, which will be really exciting if that all goes through. So yeah. But I gotta have something that's easy to wear specifically for the workshop as well. And I've already received some of my schedule and I am like booked solid the entire weekend for you do this at this time, you get hour break, then you're here, and then it's like constant, like, is a lot. Okay, F, and then this one goes to E. Been busy making something special for SoonerCon. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're not bringing the same one. I mean, at least for competing, so. Yeah. What brand of latex paint do you like? Best for your airbrush? What kind of paint do you use for washing? Do you seal your paint? So everything I use is for EVA film. I prime all my pieces with Plastidip, 3 coats, and I do heavy coats. They're not light coats. And you do it to both the inside and the outside. This is gonna make your surface, your foam, even after heat treat, it's still a little bit porous, and the Plastidip will help to close it up more, and it also will help hold your seams together more and make it just stronger in general. So precious. Yeah, for paints, for airbrush painting, I have a sponsor, which is Cretex Colors, but I use their paint because I love it. And I use all of their lines. The one I use the most for airbrush painting is their Wicked line, and it works wonderfully with the airbrush gun. It is okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. My little fur box. It's okay. You calm down a little? Yeah. And other lines that I'll use, they have like a metallic line, which are great for doing metal. Their candy line, if you're working with resins or hard surfaces, that one is good to use, but for foam it's not the best. I will use that for doing weathering on leather and things like that. For sealing all of my foam pieces, I use also Cretex Colors, their UVLS line, which are all to protect your paints from sun. It'll help keep the colors vibrant, and it will also make all of your paint, if you're using different materials, like if you're using foam clay and EVA foam and leather, and you're painting with all of that, the sealer will help make it all look like it's the same type of material that you used rather than a bunch of random ones. So those are the main ones. I'd recommend watching my latest airbrush painting video, which is on the Way to the Dawn Keyblade, and that goes over how I airbrush paint, a good portion of it. And I have links in that video for every single thing that I use as well. Trace this one. Oh, you making my back hurt. And then we'll do our little lines. Doing cosplay workshops during trivia night at local breweries. Not quite that, no. More like going to other places and doing workshops, but not like with companies and things, not at random bars and stuff. But I'll let y'all know more info when I find out more info, and hopefully everything gets figure it out. Yeah. But I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff down the road for potential. So yeah. F and D. Okay, one more to trace. Remember you explaining using heavy coats for plasti dip with how hot it is there. Just wondering if that doesn't ruin your fine details. So in general, so plasti dip, it is adding coats on top, and when you do heavy coats, you are actually filling in some of those lines in your foam. So typically when I add texture and detail to my foam, like if I want to add battle damage or lines, I will do them deeper and heavier than what I would want the end result to be. Adam, thank you for being a legendary member for 16 months. I really appreciate it. Much love. Hi from work, 9 days down, 5 to go in this stretch. Ooh, that's a long work span. Hopefully, it's not too hot for you. Write it down, write it down. Notification. We'll write that down in just a second. Yeah. But just adding all of your lines, if you're doing specifically lines with an X-Acto knife and using the heat gun to open those channels, leave the heat gun on there a little bit longer, and just be aware that some of those details will disappear if you don't do them a lot more. We'll be running all weekend, so maybe we'll run. Oh, are you gonna be? Wait. Are you gonna be at SoonerCon, Brett? Okay, last one, we're tracing. Real. Also, thank you for being a remember, a legendary one for 17 months. Much love. I will find my notebook now. I need to write these down. Do. Let's see. This one's not too used. Oh, awesome! Well, I hope to see you then. Let's see. Remember, and then the notifications are really slow today. Okay, I got them. Thank you. Write it down, write it down. There we go. The cuteness. The cuteness. Just the dead kitty in the background. Where'd my pen go? Oh, I put it in my booklet. Derp derp. Tips are so practical, just stuff you never thought. Aw, thank you. Most of my stuff is just doing trial and error for making costumes for a long time. It's why, like, even though I've made tons of hats and tons of EVA foam stuff, for this costume, we're technically still trying something new. And, like, I don't consider them failures if something doesn't go right. I learned from it. And that's what we're doing here with this 2mm foam rather than making the whole hat out of 4. If it was 4mm, I know for sure it's gonna work perfectly. It's gonna be good, but if I do it out of 4, the whole thing, it's gonna be stiff, which is, it's okay for a hat, but for traveling to conventions and putting it in a suitcase, that might not necessarily be good. So by doing it this way, We're gonna see if this way will work better and how well the hat will work being squished in a suitcase. Okay. You're making it priority to at least one of your... Oh, awesome. Yeah, I think besides the workshop, I think the pattern making one is going to be a lot of fun. Normally for that one, I have my sister who's my handler, but she can't make it to this convention. So I don't know actually who's helping me, but I know another staff member. Write it down. Aw, Britt, thank you for becoming a supporter. I really appreciate it, and welcome to the membership side of the community. What's up? But yeah, I'm interested to see how that one goes. Just because, when I was talking to him, like, can you just make sure the model is not above 6 feet, please? Because I'm a short people, and I don't think I can reach somebody that's taller. Because I'm only 5'2", and I can reach a little bit higher. But when you're trying to wrap somebody from, like, the waist to the neck, and they're a foot taller than you, it's a little hard to reach and explain properly. So hopefully that one will all work out okay. Okay, I'm writing it down. And reminder, all members and re-members go in the scrolly bar on our next stream. So yeah. Hi 7 Deadly Streamers, welcome on. No, thank you. The Lilith is technically not complete though. So hopefully it'll still look just as good when I finish it. Boop, boop, boop. This one is D, C, E, and then this one goes to D and D. Cool. I know, don't accidentally sit down. It's a bit of an issue. I want to sit so bad. I'm tired of standing, but she's quiet, and that's a huge thing. It's a huge thing for that tiny little lungs right there, so she doesn't scream. But we're gonna keep treat, and we will see if she's okay with that or not. I don't know. Yee! Welcome to the community. Yeah, if you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is free. If you'd like to show some support financially, you can always join the community and become a member. And don't forget to like the video while it is live, because it helps with the YouTube algorithm and it helps keep the kitty asleep, because now she's awake. For those that are on Instagram or on TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat. Okay. There's other parts that we need to cut out, but I want to work on the hat main part. We still have the decorative part, which will probably end up being 2mm and then 4mm stacked on top. These parts, which are going to be 4mm, probably a 2mm at the bottom, and then the little flamey thing. But I have to decide, it would be so much easier to paint the whole thing, but ideally I would like to wrap everything in fabric. So I'm going to have to kind of play around and see which way we go with this build. So we'll put these on the side. And then I gotta get the heat gun out. Yes, for those that are new also, this is Yuki. She is the new kitten, who is a noisy, loud little thing. She is a rag doll, and she is 10 weeks old. And I need to set her up a little appointment for the kitty vet. She needs to get her next shots. Okay. That's good. I'm gonna take a little sip. Cheers, guys. You're 6'2" and your husband would not be prime modeling material. No, not for me wrapping somebody in saran wrap and masking tape. Oh yeah, she has the lungs of, oh my gosh, I'm still recording. That is gonna be a long take. Ooh. We are going to delete you. Delete. I didn't realize it. I didn't press the button. Whoo! Okay, we're gonna test this real quick. I'm gonna put on the heat gun, and we'll see if she screams. I think we're good. She moved a little, but she didn't freak out too much. You weren't supposed to get up. Oh, bless you. Bless you. You okay? Thank you. You okay, little one? No. Okay, she went back to sleep. Kinda. So cute. It's so cute. Ah. Alright, so now we're going to heat treat all of our foam, starting with the 2mm. If you wrap the hat in fabric, would you use contact cement or something else? Typically with fabric, so it depends on the type of fabric, but the fabric that I'm using is pretty much just a cotton. So it's really thin, and when you put contact cement glue on this, the glue actually will come through. It's okay. I'm sorry. You can have it back. You can have it back. I gave it back. It's okay. So it's not ideal for that type of fabric. If the fabric has, it's okay. So for instance, like the Gundam, that was stretch fabric vinyl, and technically it was 2 pieces of fabric together. So you had the cotton, for say, on the back side, and then you had the other side, which was a solid material, so the glue wouldn't go through. But for something like this, you would see it, and if it didn't go through, you would see where the glue is dried because it would be darker. So the best option for this type of material is the spray adhesive for permanently attaching it, but I'm going to try to make it more like it is a sock covering the hat. So with the bill being separate from it, I can make that part and sew it together so it's one piece, and then for the top part, I can basically have it where it just slides over and I can Velcro it underneath so it's not permanently attached. Okay, squirmworm, you want down? There you go. That's in my head right now, is kind of where I'm at. Yeah. Do you want to go to your house real quick? Or are you, okay, that's fine too. She's back down. Yeah, okay. Time to film this part. But yeah, good question on that. Glues, I always recommend for doing any type of glues with fabric to test it out first. Okay, we're gonna go, let's go to your house and see. We'll be back. We'll be back. This little thing. Okay, let's go see if you want some food. You just kind of fell asleep. Okay. All right. Come in. Where are we going? Where are we going? down in there. So we'll see if she stays. She's such a smart kitty. She loves to drink water by standing in it. So. You gonna play that game? Come on. Come on. What are you doing? We're going in here. Come on. Yuki. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Come on, Yuki. Come get everything wet over here. Come on. Come on. Tired thing. Come here. Oh. There you go. Here's your toy. Yes. There you go. Fall asleep again. I don't know if y'all could hear her screaming again. Yes. There you go. Alright. Now can I do this? No, I can't. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Okay, so now we're gonna be true. She's watching. So heat treating your foam will actually cause the pores to close up slightly, which is good. You want that with your foam because the foam is really porous and it has a lot of air that goes through it. So this will help with your painting and will help with your gluing as well because you have more of a surface area. Yuki, it's okay. Don't play with the cord, please. This is all like a test with her right now. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm almost done. Give me a sec. I gotta do the other side. It's okay. No, Yuki will not be coming to SoonerCon. By far no. She will not be a traveling kitty. That foam is done. Really? Oh, okay. Yes, she's gonna be your spirit animal at the con. She will be guiding you on your adventure. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to scare you. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing? We're in here. To close you off in here again. You just want to explore and I can't watch you. Alright. Have fun in here. You got lots of toys. Lots of toys. Alright. And thanks guys for watching. Sorry the stream is a bit more distracting than normal, I guess. At least for me. I'm normally a tiny bit more put together, I guess. Unless running around. I know, I need a little windows to see where she goes constantly. Okay. For this one, I'm gonna cut it first, the edges. So I'm not gonna cut my line, I'm just gonna cut near it. So that way I can heat treat it without heating the entire foam. So. And then I will save this inner spot for other pieces. Yes, Yuki. Oh, you almost got completely squished. Yeah. Do you want back on the chair? Oh, you just gonna lay down on the floor. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, we'll put this back over here. What? What? Do you want to... Here, let's go catfishing. Yuki. Yuki. Hey. I want to tire you out so much. I gotta say, she's been pretty good though on this stream. Considering she's normal. Alright, we're good to film this part now. Okay. So we'll heat treat this. You should actually be able to see where I'm heat treating. The foam ends up turning a slightly different color when it's fully heat treated. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the camera though, from here. Kitten harness strapped to your leg. That might be a thing. It's okay, Yuki. I'm almost done. It's like right now, I can't leave her by herself without putting her in a cage, like her little house cage thing, because I don't trust her yet. And Fluff does not like her. So it's kind of, gotta be careful. It's okay, Yuki. Give me a sec, I'm almost done. I'll be able to hand her off in a bit. Yes, I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds. It was so bad. Last night when I was taking a shower, I put her in her little house cage thing and I couldn't hear her, but mentally I was just hearing screaming so bad. She screamed so much yesterday. Even when she's like out of it, I'll be sitting next to her and she'll just turn and forget that I'm there and then just start screaming and I'm like, what are you doing? She turns around and is like, oh, hi. She's not the brightest, but she is also kind of bright on some stuff. Hi Colin, welcome on. Just got, building wings, oh, very cool. Oh, really? Really, Squirmworm? Really? Okay. There you go. Get better? You get better? My little pill? My little pill? So my productivity went from I can make things like super fast to it takes me like 4 hours to do something because of the cat thing now. Okay, so let me get my cutting mat. But this is definitely a good test to see what I can do while streaming. Wizard, thank you for the $20 donation. Justice for Yuki! Much love. I greatly appreciate it. It will go towards her supplies. I ended up going to the pet store yesterday to get her a bunch of things so that way her and Fluff didn't have to share like a litter box, didn't have to share any toys or a bed, so that way Fluff wouldn't be grumpy. Okay. Alright. Got it. Thank you, thank you. Okay. And for those that are on Instagram or on TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat. So if you've got questions, go over to YouTube. Alright. Okay, time to cut out some pieces. The big thing is teaching her not to come up here. So Fluff is kind of okay, but I always make sure if I have any of my X-Acto blades to move it off the table completely. But for her, she's she likes to rub against the ironing board and the iron and like step on this, and she's a little kitten, so I gotta be very careful, and I'm trying to teach her off the bat, like, you don't get on this, you don't get on that. So hopefully it will all be good. So, alright, now to start cutting out. So just our X-Acto knife. That. Okay. And it should be pretty sharp. Now by doing it where it's not a full circle, it means that it will have shape when we connect it. So it won't be flat. It'll have a slight downward angle to it, which is kind of how Megumin's hat is and what I wanted. Chilled out again. And one thing I want to play around with this too is technically if we're going to cover the whole thing in foam, we don't need to round any of our edges. So it'll be something I want to kind of mess around with to see how well does the foam cover with a sharp edge versus a rounded edge. Technically, for the bill of the hat, it's going to be covered in the brownish black fabric, and then it's going to have the yellow double-sided bias tape trim around the edge. But I don't know if I'm going to sew it on or if I'm going to tack it on to look like it's been sewn. I'll have to see once I get to that point. It's one of those things where certain designs might look best with one thing and the other design might look best with another. So it's just going to be a cat stream from now on, with her just dead in the background. All good. Okay, now for the inner circle. Yeah, the biggest thing I've learned over the years is every costume I make, for the most part, I design for transportation. And there's a lot of things that are easier to make if you aren't considering how you're going to get it to place, like from point A to B. flying with costumes, specifically large armor builds or wings, is one of the hardest things to figure out for making it disassemble without having to pay the $100 extra fee for larger suitcases. So this one's one of those that the hat would be so much easier to make as one piece and to not travel with it, but I want to travel with it. So, but yeah, so now when we glue it here, we'll have that nice little slight taper to it. So it'll be our little wizardy hat. So I can cause mayhem and take over the world with it. Eee. Lots of explosions. Okay, that one. And then we have the rest of these to cut out next. Step 1 for growing your channel panel. Get cute animals. I mean, that helps a lot. There's a lot of people that come just to see the critters. I didn't put her in the camera here for it though. She's in here so she doesn't make screaming noises in the other room or get into trouble, but she's pretty cute. Not gonna lie. Just a sleepy little thing right here. What is one of the weirdest materials you have used for a certain part of a costume? For example, shower curtain or a cape or something. That would be for my Megumin costume from the anime Kabanara of the Iron Fortress. I did not know about foam. It was one of my earlier costumes, and I was starting to learn to use Warblood. And for using Warblood, typically it's a thermoplastic. When you heat it up, you can bend it, and then when it cools, it hardens. But for it to make a shape, you basically need to cover it over something, and it's a lot easier to just permanently entrap something. And she had a steam-powered backpack thing, and that thing was made out of, went to Home Depot, and it's like a pipe for a pool that was like that long, 2 end caps for the pool. There was a valve for a hose on the front. I cut a plastic cup, like, so it was only that long and it stuck up. There was for the circle a paper plate. And then I used a bunch of, welcome to the community, a bunch of fish tank hoses to connect to the guns. And that was probably my most wide variety of materials to use. It worked out. I liked it for like, I think that actually was my first time working in Warbler, honestly. But I have pictures of it somewhere. Okay, we are going to cut these pieces out. If you scroll back far enough on Instagram, I think you'll be able to find a picture of all of the materials. So now just to cut each of the pieces. I did design this pattern more for 4mm, so part F, for a lot of cones that come to a point, you never want them to actually come flush, you want them to kind of be open. So it's probably going to have a little bit more of an opening because it's 2mm versus 4, but hopefully it'll still work out the same. Ooh, I think I can hand off the kitty now. I heard a door open. Oops. Yeah, have any of y'all used weird materials before for a costume? Besides cardboard, because I think we've all used cardboard for something. Huge group now. What are they doing? To the side. field trip was all screaming over this way. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Used backpack spacer mesh and the actual backpack fabric. Sorry, backpack spacer mesh and the actual backpack fabric to cover arm. Hey, that works. Yeah. That's stuff that I want to use for my harnesses, but I just always forget to get. Turn off this one, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, because there's more kids just like walking through the yard. Annoying. I do save some of this foam. Some of the larger pieces. Okay, you can go there. Never used loads of, so that guy he's been doing memes like that for a long time now. They're all great. I hope he makes money off of them. Duct tape used for steel metal plates, wrapped cardboard huts to make it look like gloves and hey, that works though. For me with cardboard, I've used some, but not too much. The most cardboard I used was probably for my Lone Wolf Hanzo costume from Overwatch, and for the quiver I ended up making a cardboard box that I wrapped in Warbler. I don't know if I used more of it for other parts though. I've used cardboard a lot for doing molds though, where you make a little box out of it and you pour something in it. Just because I always have cardboard in the house. Not intentional, but I guess I order a lot of stuff. And I save a lot of large boxes. IKEA boxes are the best. Oh my gosh, every IKEA box when I get, like, so all my kitchen countertops, which is what I'm using here, this is like I gotta say it's like 9 feet long, and the box it came in, I saved for probably about 3 years, and it was my painting box for the garage when I airbrush painted. It went on the ground and I would just paint on the floor. That's how I originally painted. It's the best thing ever. It's like, you don't need anything fancy, just get a cardboard box. You're all good. Okay, save that. I also used broken golf club for the support for a sword. Hey, that works. Yeah, I found, I don't know how I came across it, but I have tons of now aluminum wire parts or something, and I've been starting to use those. Yeah. Not creative enough to use materials that you don't see on YouTube. You'll get there. It's all good. I'm just used to growing up on a budget, and you just use whatever materials you have at home. Yeah. What am I working on? Today I'm working on a new costume, which is Megumin from the anime Konosuba. Specifically, we're doing the hat. Are we back? Maybe? Maybe? Let's see. Hey, I think we're back. Okay. Sorry about that. Cat thing's just screaming in the background. I can sit now! Oh my gosh. Oh. Sorry. I have not been able to sit this whole time. Yeah. We're back. We're back. Sorry. Ah. I don't know why we're having issues today. I'll have to check after the stream and see. Because we have good weather and shouldn't be spotting. Meh. So yeah. The question was... Most expensive thing you used crafting and realized it wasn't necessary kind of thing. So that would be my Comet Medic Ziegler Mercy build, specifically the wings. And for that one, so I had 3D modeled each of the wings, and each wing was, I think, individually 27 separate pieces. They were male and female that connected. I guess 28, it probably was an even number, I don't know. And I had to design it so they interlocked, as well as there was an LED light strip that went through them, and it had also plexiglass that went through them, and they moved, opened and closed. And they were so freaking heavy, it was not worth it. I learned so much from it because it was my first pair of moving wings. Not opening wings, they were literally like open, close, not expanding. And the fact that they were 3D printed, each wing was, I think, I want to say like 8 pounds or something, or maybe 10, which might not seem like a lot, but when they are coming from your back and they're that long, like 3.5, 4 feet coming out of your back, straight back, it was a lot. So, yeah. But that was probably the most expensive because I was learning through all of it for something that wasn't necessary, I guess. So. What the fuck, Jade? I can see your message you took back. Goodbye. By the way, just because you take back a message, I still have it up and I can see. So. Okay. Alright, so we have all the pieces cut. So yeah. Let us now share out the builds, and you made different versions of the Mercy. Yeah, since I made 4 different Mercies, I've learned a lot from each one. Oh, it's all good, Cliff. It's because he took it back like a little later, and I just ended up blocking him. So, I don't care. So each of these pieces, they will glue back to themselves like that, and then this one goes here, it'll connect on top, and then this one goes there. I actually don't know how high this will be. And this one will start being the curve and end on this one. I may need to sand this one though. It should connect to itself, but it might probably be better to sand it, but we'll see. We will see. Boop. Okay, so now that we got that, we can start gluing things together. So let me get all of those pieces. Oh, it's over here. Forgot I moved it. Okay. That board, you still hot? Tiny bit, but I can unplug it. Okay. And then because we are gluing, we need to open our windows. And you guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, my computer shows it has an update now, so that's probably why we're having issues. Gluing. So first we're going to do all of our seams. So get this. Let me put my hair up real quick. We might actually be able to get some work done now that Yuki's not in the room. Maybe, maybe. She's such a huge distraction. That and me just wanting to play games. Ugh. I've been having a lot of fun with Diablo lately. I haven't been able to play it as much as I want to, but it's been a lot of fun. I've done, so I chose Necromancer, and I'm specifically doing the Bloodline parts, and I think I am level 32-ish, but I've kind of, I like to explore, and I've been trying to find all of those statues without using a guidebook. But I kind of forget to do the actual main story, and it's like, you need to do this. So, yeah. But it's been a lot of fun. Okay. And thanks guys for watching and staying tuned while we had some issues with our stuff connecting. All right. I thought it was good for you. So now we'll just do our seams. You're like 200. Hey. Well, I guess that's okay. Yeah, we have a lot of people that come and watch during work. I like to stream during the day, even though I know a lot of people can't see it during that time. Because I like to keep, I like to have my own personal time, and having dinner and playing games afterwards. So I try to do this as a work kind of job environment for me, so I can stay relaxed as well. Yeah, you also at work? But I do keep all of my live streams on
YouTube, so you can watch them after. Because I know a lot of people aren't able to see it and they want to. It's actually not a complicated hat whatsoever. You're just ignoring work. Yeah, how's lunch for y'all though, Wizard or Min? Hopefully all is going well. Okay, now we sit and wait. Wanted to ask you if there's any tips on applying contact cement glue in a thin coat. For some reason, when you pull your brush from the dip glue pot, it's super thick. So it could be a combination of things. So, are you using this specific contact cement glue, the DAP, or are you using a, oh, what's the other brand called? Something with a B. Is it Bright or something? I know a lot of people use that. I do not like that brand, and I know a lot of people water it down and mix it. I personally don't like it. I don't think it holds together as well. Other things could be if your glue is old. Barge, that's what it is, thank you. If your glue is old, it gets really thick. It turns color to a more mucusy, kind of like darker color. You want it to be lighter in general. Also, mixing your glue, if you just shake it up a little, it won't do too much, but it kind of helps keep it all going. Using a local brand we have here in Philip. Oh, okay. Other things you can do. So you can technically, like, if your paintbrush is dirty, you can get a new one, clean it out. You notice it's so thick where when you touch it, it feels like water is coming out when it should be tacky already. That's a new one. I don't know about that then. How old is the glue? Did you just buy it? Launched went very well. A couple of bumps, but could have been much worse. Yeah. Yeah, I know some people will put it in like a ketchup bottle and do that way. I find that way the application, it goes a lot thinner, but you don't get even coats onto your foam. Yeah, just new. Try mixing it. It might have been, if it was sitting on the shelf for a while, it might have separated maybe. And you might have to kind of mix it back together. Yeah, humidity causes issues with contact cement glue as well. If you can do contact cement glue on a non-humid day, I know it's really hard to do. Sometimes that has issues. If you're applying the glue and it's chunky, you can also get, let me see. So I'll do it with corners. So if I'm applying, let's see, I don't really have any corners here. If two seams were together and there was a lot of glue right here in the seam, I'll sometimes get, the cat's like screaming outside of the door. I'll get a piece of paper and I'll kind of wipe up a little bit of that just so it doesn't stay thick. The thicker it is, the longer it takes to glue or to dry, and sometimes it just won't dry. Thinking about going with the ketchup bottle. Yeah, try that. Sorry you're having issues with it though. But yeah. Okay. We should be able to take it off.
We didn't do too much gluing right now, so we're okay. But that thing cannot come in here whatsoever. Okay, so let us try. Okay, this one first. worried she's gonna be under my chair, but she's not in the room. Yeah, hopefully it'll help a little. I know for me, for moving here, I had issues with glue in the cold. And for making stuff in the wintertime, I would have to do 2 coats of glue as well because my glue just wouldn't hold. So I understand different environments and different weather will cause issues. So when attaching the 2 pieces, I'll try to use the table as much as possible because that ensures that my pieces and my seams will align as close as possible. So you can see here the seam is pretty darn close. I don't have too much of a ridge. So, but yeah. Hatchy hatch. Hatchy hatch, hatchy hatch. Cool. So this one ideally is not going to be attached to the top part. So that way I can easily transport this. But we'll see in the end how tall this is. I think it's only going to be about this tall, but it's still going to be easier to travel with it not together since it's such a massive thing. So it will go there. Then we'll start connecting each of these pieces together. So we'll do that part. Slowly attach. Might keep it under the camera. I'm good. Okay, cool. Do a little bendy bend. Good on that. Okay, next one. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, if y'all have any more questions, feel free to ask. Hopefully the stream won't buff too much more. Okay, that one, next one. This one might be a little more tricky to attach. And then our last piece, and this one's the one that we might have the most trouble with. We're gonna see if I can do it without sanding it. Can't use the table. I think it works out okay, especially if we're going to cover it in fabric. So this is where I was talking about where, because it's 2mm, we have a bigger hole at the top, but if we were using 4mm, that hole wouldn't be there. So yeah, probably could use a little bit more glue there. But yeah. This next part, so for connecting the rest of the pieces, we will need to sand them because all of these will need to be flat so we can connect each one, but it should, when it's done, be something like this. So like that. Let's see. Can I rotate this down some? So it'll be kind of that shape, which is how our hat is. It's not too big, not too bad. But yeah, I don't feel like sanding today though, so. Were you making Christian Rick cross? company, how do you figure out pricing? So it depends on, like, a lot of times I have in my head how much a certain part costs. So like a breastplate, how much it would cost for that if I make it out of leather, or how much it would cost if I make it out of Warbler, or EVA foam. You want to price it where you have your materials covered, and I underprice a lot. I should be charging a lot more, but I don't. And you want to charge for your time for making it, but I'd say if you're first starting out, to underprice as well, because you want to have more of the commissions on your resume. I'd say with bigger companies for personal experience, because I get a lot of requests, but I have a little bit of a following, but I don't have as big of a following as other people, and a lot of the commissions I'm offered go to a much bigger cosplayer. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know if that helped. But I think we're gonna stop there because I don't want to sand, and yeah. But I'm happy we got hot parts cut out, so be pretty simple with that. The next thing also to make is, let's put you up here. Starting to get hypes for Starfield. I haven't watched too much about it, but I know it looks good so far. I do have the staff that we're going to be making as well, so I'm excited for this. Let's see. Let's flip to this camera. It'll be about, let's see if I can grab it, about that tall. So a little taller than me, and it'll break into 3 pieces for transportation. But I'm excited. I'm gonna be a little mage and have my staff to make explosions, which will be cool. So yeah. But I think that's a good stopping spot. I'm gonna go and check on the cat. The noisy thing, the thing had stopped crying, and I need to go check on it. So, but a big thank you to Adam and Real for the remembers, for Britt for the new member, and Wizard for the $20 donation. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys all for stopping by. If you are on Instagram or on TikTok, I was actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that was where I was reading chat. So if you ever want to ask questions, go to YouTube next time. I will try to stream next week. We will see. It will most likely be Megumin, and I don't know. I need to figure out working with the kitty. So it's definitely Yuki is a big distraction for me. So I need to kind of figure that out a little bit. Yeah. Reminder, I'm going to be a guest at SoonerCon, which is June 30th through July 2nd. And make sure to get your tickets for that. I will also be doing a workshop. It is a paid workshop, so you do need to buy separate tickets for that. It is an EVA foam horn building workshop. So get those tickets before they are sold out. It is limited of, I think I said 20 people, and you don't need to bring anything. I will bring everything for you. So just bring a happy face, and yeah. But a big thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you next time. So, merci. Bonjour.